recording and going live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I did it the wrong way
Hello
around.
there, and I'm here today with What the FUT 5 Live. It's our 5th live episode, and I'm here today with Adam.
Hey, how's everyone doing?
FUT 5 Live. It's our 5th live episode, and I'm here
Yeah.
today with Adam.
You still there?
Hey, how's everyone doing?
FUT 5 Live. It's our 5th live episode,
Hello?
and I'm
Yeah,
here
still
today
there.
with Adam.
We're going
Adam?
again. We're going again.
Why? What was wrong with that?
Because I had this. 1, go.
Hello there, and I'm here for the third time today with What the FUT, and this is our 5th episode, our 5th live episode, and I'm here today with Adam.
Yeah. How you all doing?
Yeah, we're going to talk about Weekend League, the new cheats that we found, which is not good, headliners, good general cards like flashbacks and stuff, the new Optimus Prime icons, and everything else FIFA. Hit the music.
And we're back.
Hi, how you doing, Adam?
Not too bad. I almost broke my foot in New York, but otherwise, pretty good. And what about you?
Yeah, I'm alright. I didn't nearly break my foot in New York. I bet there's people that would happily nearly break their foot in New York.
Yeah, I guess so. Didn't feel like that at the time, though. I fucking screamed.
Yeah, I bet it hurt. I bet it hurt. So you still managed to have time to do Weekend League, is that correct?
Not the weekend I was in New York, but yeah, as soon as I got back, I managed to get back into it, and yeah, managed to pull it off.
How did you do?
Average. I got to gold 3, and then just started pissing away games for a laugh.
What was your experience? I want you to specifically talk about your tactical experience of the game.
Right. Anyone that's starting the game playing ultra defensive, and that's your tactic, and you're just going to play like that the whole game, and I've got Zlatan up front, and I'm playing ultra defensive for 90 minutes. Why are you playing? Like, yes, I get wanting to win in the weekend league, that's fine, but you've got to at least enjoy 1% of it. There's nothing fun about playing like Derby fucking County for a whole match. It's so frustrating to play against. It's boring. And I hate to say this because of the fact that I'm such a big fan of them getting rid of the cheat finesse. But give it to them back. Give them the cheat finesses back. Let them have it. At least we get to play in midfield and have some fun. Rather than this 19 men behind the ball. They bring the fans on to defend. They got 25 goalies and got... Fuck that. Just give them back their finesse. I'm done with it.
No, yeah, we can't be calling for finesse to come back, Adam. Finesse was a plague on the game, and so some people are going to be annoyed at tactics produced by other players, but it's up to us as a community to find a way to beat this ultra defensive tactic, and I'm sure we will. I bet Mikel went 29-1, and I bet you he didn't go ultra defensive all 30 games.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I don't have any skill set.
Yeah, I mean, you just got to work out a way to score, innit? So I mean, I didn't play Weekend League because I was sick. Yay for the fucking flu that's going round. And to be honest, I'm really excited to hear about this sort of defensive style because I think I'll be able to nab a goal and then they're just going to be stuffed. So
it's horrible. If they've got someone like Kante, it obviously makes it a much worse problem. But
yeah, Kante's an underrated card on this game. He's awful. I hate playing him because he just hoovers up them passes,
yes.
doesn't he? And it's awful. It's awful. But I mean, it's just part of the game. So did you open any packs? Have you pulled anyone good? Or have you done anything? Have you done anyone fun? Have you found any players that are particularly fun?
Okay, so I doubt I'm going to be the only one that did this, especially because of the I have a big, tall striker meta. Oh, play ultra defensive rubbish. But I did do Arnautovic. But I did Arnautovic because of the fact that I genuinely like the look of the card, and I've had a thing for doing like the weird SBCs. I've got the Hazard Player of the Month. This Arnautovic might end up being a really good running mate with that. He's not in my team at the moment, but I've enjoyed using him off the bench and stuff. He's been a lot of fun. Not scored one header with him, by the way. All shooting with the foot. So no, just I'll ping it into the front post rubbish. But I did him and I did the Fernando Torres. The Fernando Torres because of the fact that I love that Torres.
Yeah, I regret not doing that Torres now, and I thought about doing it, and I had the money. It was just the effort of doing it, and I was like, I'm never going to use that Torres. And now I actually think I maybe would use that Torres because you could twin him with Bertonego or Emilio.
Yeah.
And now Emilio might get a special, which we'll talk about later. It might be interesting to it might have been more interesting to have done than previously. Sorry for my typing. Something has just come to my attention. So yeah, I mean, so at least you found Torres and Arnautovic fun.
I really enjoyed them. For those that are going to be doing the foot swap deals, One Jesus is fantastic. He's absolutely fantastic. He has only one problem, which is he's got the high aggression stats. And if we all remember the podcast we did, I think it was last week's, weren't it, with foot coaching?
Yeah, it was with foot coaching.
Yeah. He explained how the higher the aggression stat, the more likely they are going to give away fouls and stuff. Well, One Jesus is 5,000 aggression, so you have to be very careful. He is prone to giving away a penalty every now and then. I've only seen him give away, I think, 2 in 25, 30 matches. So it's not too bad in the grand scheme of things if you count that one of them penalties was probably my fault. But he is a bit bitey, so be a little bit wary. Otherwise, fantastic defender. Got all the stats you want, the pace, the strength, the high defending. Can't do anything else, but why do you need him to? And a hyperlink with Sandro. Perfect defender for anyone running an Italian league.
That is very interesting. I mean, I heard a lot of other good things from other people who have just started the game, and he's a great starter centre back for people starting at Christmas. Like, he's very easy to get, and so you can easily afford to get him. So I think, yeah, it's a pretty good card. So I'm going to talk about what I pulled, since you obviously from your packs didn't get much. So I pulled a Matthias, the centre back, crappy one. And I instantly sold it for like 900 grand because PC, everyone's over expensive, so that was fun. And I also pulled Courtois untradeable, which meant I traded my Courtois, and then I also bought who else did I pull? I also pulled Ziyech, the headliner, which is worth nothing. But then yeah, so now I've just gone around fiddling around changing my team, and I haven't actually got a team at the moment, so that's fun. But I've qualified for weekend league, so next weekend league we'll see what my team is and we'll see how I do. I'm probably going to buy Kane because, you know, hilariousness.
I did have
especially
one good pull.
Go on.
Modric, untradeable. That's it.
Have you traded that into anything yet?
Yeah, that went straight into Torres. But I did not have the kind of week that you did with pulls. That was pretty incredible.
I seem to have it every week. Like, my mate at work says, like, I have it every week. He says, I haven't pulled one thing above 100k, and you seem to just pull one every week. Just blasé about it. And I was saying, like, half of it is you should not expect it, because if you expect it, then you will get it. But if you won't get it, but if you don't expect it, like, I mean, I needed 2 million for Varane because that was my original plan. And then, but then also there's a thing as well where Kondogbia, I had to sell Kondogbia because the risk, because he's now Central African Nations. Is that, I think that's is that the country? Central African Nations, because he's that, I didn't want to risk keeping his Europa League live card because it's just not worth the risk. So I just sold that, and then that made me have to rejig my whole team. And I was fed up with Mbappe. People love Mbappe, and Mbappe scored some worldies against me. But with me, I just can't use the bastard. So I sold him, and so we started from there. And yeah, fun times. So talking of headliners, what ones are the ones we're looking forward to? Oh, yeah. Let's just talk about headliners.
So the headliners that I liked the look of and stuff, I really liked the Arnautovic. One, it's an SBC, so obviously you can't get it on the market and stuff. And if you didn't do it, sorry for you. But it's a very good card. It has the potential, obviously, to go up. Arnautovic does seem to get a few Team of the Weeks every year. I know he's had 1 or 2 this year already, but he's got the ability, now that he's signed and locked in for West Ham until the end of the season at least. It's good news for anyone with that card. He's got good pace, not great. Great shooting, in my opinion, and great physical stats with, very good passing and dribbling. He's weirdly a decent centre mid. But I really obviously like the Pogba. It's friggin' beautiful. I really wish I had it. And I'm trying to think. The Son obviously looks good. I don't know. I wasn't blown away by the headliners, to be honest.
I mean, I like, obviously, like the Son, like the high ticket items all look good. I bought a Lozano because I really wanted the Lozano, and I thought that was a good card. Because I just think that will be in my subs bench for the rest of the game now, and there will be nothing that can beat it until Team of the Year comes out. But other than that, I wasn't actually like you. I wasn't that like overly impressed.
No.
There's not really any cheap. Do you know like with the I can't think of the thingy. Like with the what is the thingy? The young ones. I can't remember what it's called now.
Future Stars.
With the Future Stars.
Or whatever the hell they're called.
Yeah. With the Future Stars, there was a few like cheap beasts, but with this, there's not really like. It's just all players that are popular. Like it's all like the most used Team of the Week players, basically. I mean, Hernandez looked nice, like. Because he's not going to get another in. Yeah, Lucas Hernandez. He got one.
Yes, he did. And that was very, very beautiful.
I mean, to be honest, I quite like what... I mean, some people were like, wow, I can't believe what they've done. It's such a money grab. But the thing is, right, is the community... And I'll make this point now and we'll come back to it. The community's asked for more content. The community wants more broken cards so that more people can get access to broken cards, more money can be made. Traders like it because more money can be made, and players like it because there's more good cards to use, and you don't get forced to use Mbappe right wing, for example. You can no, but for example, because Mbappe's the only right winger that people really use. Yeah, there's like loads of good players that you can theoretically use, and so I'm quite happy for these sort of promos. The only thing that I don't like about it is it just come out of nowhere and it just seemed like a cash grab because Winter OTW was going to be trash. But yeah, the Marquinhos I actually think looks quite good as well. It's pretty cheap, to be fair. But people aren't going to touch that because Kimpembe is probably better than it anyway.
Yeah.
So there we are. But it's nice that they do things like this. However, let's talk about some other cards that have come out recently that we like. So we've already spoke about the Torres. I really like the Arnautovic as well. I did the Arnautovic. The Carvajal had no interest in.
Yep, so.
The Rashford has ruined the Player of the Month.
Why'd you say
award.
that?
Well, because the Player of the Month is 87 because it's 2 informs, but the headliner is 1 inform ahead of the last inform, so it's 86. And so you're not going to spend all that money to get an untradeable Rashford when you can when you could just get the headliner, which is going to go into that fucking Rashford if he ever gets another inform anyway. And the way, pardon me, the way Man United are playing, he's going to get one anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah.
No, I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you.
It's funny that Pogba got 2 goals straight after getting one as well. So obviously he rocketed up in price to ridiculous amounts. But other than that, are there any other cards that you like the look of that have been SBCs recently?
Other than liked the look of Czech.
That Czech is a really good card. That Czech is the best Premier League goalkeeper because it's taller.
Yeah, although it's not Courtois, and I hate to say it, but if you're not using Courtois this year, you're using a sub-rate goalie. Courtois is a different class to every goalie, and I'm not the only person that said that. A lot of people I've seen say the same thing. Courtois can do things in the game that other goalkeepers just cannot. He's A1, and everything else is B+ at best. He is the best guy. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to say that he's the best goalie I've ever seen on FUT. He just does things from the start of the game and right until the end. You wait to the end of the game, unless they do something really weird with his card where they just start deleting like his height or something. That Courtois is the best goalie that they've ever had on FUT. Doesn't matter about rating.
Have you used a 91?
No.
It'd be interesting because I thought, do you know what? I thought they were going to try and give him a special card, to be honest, because De Gea always gets a load, and I thought that they might try and be dodgy and give Courtois one, and just be like, here's the actual best goalie in the game.
Yeah. Hint,
hint, lads. But they didn't. So what are you going to do? They gave it to Sommer, who is the most informed.
Discard.
Basically, he's this guy, but he's like the most informed goalkeeper, so that's why they gave it to him. So a card I want to bring attention to actually is a very good card, and I think is not one that should be overlooked. And that's the Ahmed Musa Saudi League SBC. This card is by far the best bench player of all time, and although no, Musa's always been the best bench card. That throughout, even better than Lozano. His FUT Festival card last year was a joke. If you brought that off the bench, it ran a mockery of the game. It was so beautiful, right? And this card, I mean, I know on PC it's so you can't do it. Like, you physically can't do it because there's not enough bronze players. Like, you can't find all the cards. It will take you years of accumulation. So I'm never ever going to see one of these, I don't think. But on the consoles, you can definitely do it. It has 99 acceleration, 95 sprint speed, 86 finishing, 89 positioning. Like, even has 85 vision, 81 short passing, has 92 jump, 99 stamina, 81 heading, 97 agility. The only thing that it is a little bit of shit on is a composure, and it doesn't have unfortunately, it doesn't have the outside of the boot finish, so I haven't used it, so I don't know if he still has that dodgy finish that he used to always do, where he used to always stick it in, and it was beautiful. Where he used to just poke it in. I don't know if he still has that, but by stats, I reckon he's worth a shout. I mean, if you've got some spare time and you want to do an SBC and you want to open some packs, to open some new Optimus Prime icons. By the way, that's our name, no other, like, don't even try and steal it, other pods and shit. Yeah, right, Optimus Prime icons, that's our answer. I'm joking. If they can come up with a better name for them, then please do.
Good luck.
They need another name. They need another name, though. They need a name that's not Prime, because they're not Prime. The Primes are there. These are Optimus Prime.
No, but that's the problem with Transformers, is that the Primes are actually a family, so they could get away with it. They could be like, oh, it's like Regimus Prime or something.
Regimus, regular Prime. It's little old regular Prime.
Yeah, exactly.
And here's right. I'm gonna just go in. So yeah, there's Musa. So you said check. Is there anyone else that we're missing out? I'm trying to think.
I haven't looked at the Hamshik card properly. Meh. At best. And well, I love Hamshik.
people were moaning at the Hamshik card, being like, "Oh, he moved." The whole point of him was because he moved to Qatar. The whole point they gave that card, that was like a send off because he's moved to Qatar.
Has he really?
That's what I thought. Yeah, he moved to Qatar.
Oh!
I could be incorrect. Hang on, let me just check.
We're both typing frantically.
Typey. Oh no, he's gone to China.
Oh, he's gonna be a weird fucking pull.
Yeah, he is actually.
Oh no, they're still not. It's still not definite. He's still.
Oh, I heard a rumor that he was going to Qatar, but whatever. He's basically leaving, and that's what they've done the card for. I'm assuming because it was just really random to give him like that, and he's got an 88 Europa League card.
Yeah, because that Europa League card right now must be like worth a couple of pennies above the normal card. Where you less than that?
No, it's worth quite a bit more.
Jesus, people are stupid.
Yeah, well, if he doesn't play for them, I don't know if he still gets I don't think he still gets up the upgrade, does he?
No, although if he does,
so they're giving you so basically that SBC is a here's what you could have won.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And
so
I tell you what, it's not winning much, is it?
It's not. I mean, at this stage of the game, it's not great. It's not the best card.
If it's alright, can we ignore Tim Howard? No offense to Tim Howard.
No offense to Tim Howard. His card is not that great. Who cares?
No.
The thing is, it's a good card, right? But you can't work it in a team, so man. I mean, it might be good for some SBCs and stuff, but what like?
Yeah, 40k for an 89 or whatever it costs on your consoles or whatever. It's not bad. It's just. I'm just not blown away. I'm just not.
Yeah, the thing is, like, what I want to see is because they've obviously been very wary to make the SBCs doable for everyone, and so the SBCs are always like a slight downgrade from the good cards, like, because every 2 weeks, I don't know if people have noticed this, I'm going to call it out because this is what's been happening for the whole of FIFA, and if you've not realised this by now, you're idiots. I'm sorry, right? But every 2 weeks, Friday, what happens is Friday is an event, then the next Friday is the end of that event, and then there's a cooling off period till the next Friday in which there's an event. Yeah, so every 2 weeks there's an event. So this Friday just gone has been a call off period from last Friday, which was the headliners. And I told everyone save your packs. You probably didn't. We have about 10 listeners anyway, so if you say congratulations.
We have a lot more than 10 listeners.
Yeah, well, I don't think any of them listened. I think they all blew their packs on Thursday. But yeah, and so you should save your packs for. I think you should just save your packs for every event. Now, this Friday is different because this Friday the event looks absolute trash. Now, it doesn't look trash. It looks interesting because the Optimus Prime icons, as we've alluded to, I've looked at the stats that have been rumoured or from Foothead, so maybe true. They don't look any better. They don't look much better. I don't think, like, I don't look at the 94 Henri and go, I must get Henri now.
Yeah.
Do you know what, right? Do you know what would have been better if they'd done? It'd have been better if they'd have done Henri. I'm just going to double check they haven't done this because if I'm going to look like an idiot. Right, let me just check. Right, for FIFA 93. Right, 94. Yeah. What they should have done is they should have given him 5-star weak foot or 5-star skills.
Yes. See, you've hit the nail on the head, and I've seen some other people mention this in the community, and I think that EA, it'd be magical if they did, but I can't imagine it. Something that makes the icon worth getting over the other one. Like, I saw that FIFA today come out and was like, oh yeah, don't worry, if you've got the original one and it becomes an Optimus Prime, you could just put it in an SBC later. Like, I'm going to spend 300 or 400 or 500 bloody K to chuck my card that I've, like, spent loads of money and time trying to get, you know, like, doing the icon SBC.
What they made it sound like was that it was going to be free. Like it was gonna be a free upgrade. That's my gathering though. It's not official.
There's no fucking way though. I just don't believe them. What's gonna happen is
Well, if you do, everyone's just gonna stick their 93 into the 94.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get a boosted Nesta and a boosted Rijkaard. Fantastic. I'm so excited about that. And if I sound done and enthusiastic, it's because I am. It's nothing.
I mean, the thing is, I think that they should have done something a bit more magical with them. Because when I saw this, I honestly thought, oh my god, they're doing something magical. There's about 4 icons that people love to use. There's Hullet, there's Vieira, there's Eusebio, there's Ronaldo, maybe Cruyff, Ferdinand Desailly. You can generally name them all. Yeah. And I thought, oh, they're going to make a usable Zanetti. Oh my god, they're going to do this. They're going to do that. That's what they could have used this to right the wrongs. They could have made a fucking Mega Optimus Litmanen with like 99 pace or something. That would have been so fun. Like, I mean, not that Litmanen has ever had pace
or talent,
and maybe that wouldn't be fair. But like, if you're gonna do these sort of things, I mean, do you know what? Right, is I wouldn't mind them doing of them doing like position changes.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Position changes, stuff like that. Add a weak foot to some people. Add a, make the prime Ronald. So, for example, Ronaldinho is what is he?
93.
93. His cam is 91, and his prime is 94. Ronaldinho.
Oh shit.
Yeah. If you put a 94 into CAM, people get wet for that card.
Yep.
Yeah, and stuff like that would be good. And
can you imagine? Can you imagine a Patrick Vieira centre back, for instance, with his height? Well, the thing is, this moments thing is supposed to be like from predefined moments. I mean, the Henry card is very clearly him in an Arsenal shirt with all the stuff scrubbed out.
Yeah,
and they're obviously alluding to a particular moment. So there's going to be a game where Vieira had a good game at centre back. There's going to be a good game where, like, honestly. The way that they could redeem this for me is, one, do exactly what you're saying, the position changes. Like, maybe Rijkaard had a game at right back. Or, like, fuck it, there must have been players that played on the wing one game or something like that. Like, make it really interesting for us. Like, the 96 Ronaldo. What about having a wing version of him? Well, he never played for wing, though.
I know.
You can't. There's nothing to do with that one. If they release a 97, good luck. Well done. You've done nothing. But
no. If they had a 97 Ronaldo, like, the thing is, they did add like 7 jump to Henry. If they add another 97 Ronaldo, it's just going to become a freak among, like, it's just going to become a freak. Like, it's just going to be a freak. Let's be honest.
I like your idea though. Like, for instance, the Super Prime Rivaldo, make it 4-star. Take away his weak foot issue.
Yeah, and do you know what, right? I'm not being funny. Do you remember him having that much of a weak foot issue? And you could do it stuff like with Maradona and stuff. You could make genuinely unusable icons people want to use, usable. And all you have to do is change Maradona from 3-star weak foot to 4-star weak foot. Yep. And I mean, that is it. Like, they can just still give him the prefers to use strong foot trait or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm not saying don't. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to do some stupid stuff where you're trying to just like upgrade some random icons, actually upgrade them. Give people stuff that they want. Like, don't just randomly give Pele a 99 rated card.
Oh shit, they're going to do that, aren't they? Yeah, yeah, you got to do something fun, because I mean, right now, for instance, what they gonna, like, the 2 icons that I've decided to do, Nesta and Rijkaard. What are they gonna do with them? What are they gonna do that's gonna make it so much better? Even if you give my Rijkaard 2 more pace, I'm not that thrilled.
Well, that's it, and you can't give it too much more pace.
No.
They would. Do you know what they would have been a better job doing? And I think this is what they wanted to do, and I think they may have bottled it. They'd have been better off just releasing some new icons.
Yes. Yeah,
No one would have complained.
I completely agree. I honestly, I like the idea of I like the idea of that. I know that there's licensing bollocks, but
they could have just called it Icon Class of 19, released it as a thing, like coming out this week, done one that is easy to get in an SBC, and then
yeah,
that everyone had, that would make everyone happy. I wonder, the thing is as well, I wonder if they're going to do one of these in an SBC. And how hard is it going to be? It's either going to be a jobber.
It's going to be exceptionally hard.
Or it's going to be ridiculously hard. If he has 94 Henri, how many icons require? 3, 4, 5?
I wonder if they've done this so that they can try and fix the icon market, but it won't. The only way they could fix the icon market is making fucking Litman a weekly
What I want to know, what I want to know, what I want to know, what I genuinely want to know is, as well, are these icons coming out above? So are they literally just making the icon prime icon shit, or are they replacing the prime icons? In which case, making the prime icons really rare, and then making Optimus Primes the new prime.
I don't know. I think
I mean, because I know people like stuff. Like I know people like dynamic cards and dynamic icons, but I don't give a fuck about what a card looks like.
No.
Enough to not want to see what it's doing on the, like, to not care about its stats on the pitch. You know what I mean?
This isn't this. I hate to bring up like another card-based game, but this is a new Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon where like the look of a card.
Or Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Or Hearthstone.
No, but like with the Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff, you get the card in physical form. If EA are going to come around my house and give me all of my cards that I've currently got, or go, listen, whatever you have at the end of the season, we'll send you them.
To be fair, they could probably send you. It's not like you got 1,000 cards, is it? They could just in the fucking mail, mate.
Yeah, they could. Well, no, I'd want all my consumables too.
Right.
But yeah, the truth being that it's not like it's not like something that you hold physically. Once they get into the game, I no longer care what the card looks like. You can, there are nice designs. I actually think the foot swaps are quite good looking, but this whole thing of like a dynamic picture, like, oh wow, look, it's a moving body part. He's got his thumb up. Wow, like, and this isn't to criticise people that do like that, because fair enough, each to their own.
Yeah, but are you going to pay 2 million for that? Fuck off. No, you're not.
Yeah,
you're not. You're not going to pay an extra million for it. The way I see it is I have no idea what they're doing, and I really hope that they do take the opportunity to just like scrub out weak foot on Henri, put 5-star weak foot, or put 5-star skills or something, and then because I like the idea of giving more people cards that they can use. Like I've got Hernandez, and I love that Hernandez. I thought that was a great idea, even though he was never 87 rated in the history of his game. And Arnautovic, I love having Arnautovic as well. I'm a West Ham fan. More West Ham cards that are broken, the better. Like. Yeah. I'm all for giving people these sort of things. You just got to do it in a reasonable way and not just make it a pointless exercise where it's 94 Henri for the sake of having a 94 Henri and you're upgrading him, really. Like, I'm going to look at Cannavaro because I haven't looked at Cannavaro, but the only way that they can make him usable is if they had another 6 inches to his height.
Yeah. No, it's true. I mean that's
it's a very nice card, but if I get it, I'm selling it. Like all of these icons, if I pulled any one of these, I can't say that. No,
you mean you're keeping it, Steve? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Oh, they ain't gonna give me one of these anyway. What's the point in thinking? What's the point in like lying to them? They ain't gonna give me one of these. Like, that's it. I mean, I'd like EA. I do think that they're trying to do the right thing by trying to make stuff every 2 weeks and trying to make. Now that they've gone broken cards. Like, well, not broken cards, but like 90 rated cards. I like that they're doing it. I don't think that's a bad thing, and I think that they should be praised for doing it, for making more usable cards. It makes the game more fun for everyone. But I don't think that these are. I think that this is just much of a muchness because OTWs are trash.
Someone needs to tell me why the fuck anyone would buy the George Best if you already had the 93.
Because you've done the Prime.
This is... I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the stat difference. Stat difference. They got fucking cheap calling it a stat difference. It's like the Champions... Oh, God. Do you know what it is? You know the Champions League cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just the boost.
Is it this? No, Henri gets +5 jump or something. So praises.
Hooray.
Right, let's have a look.
So Cannavaro's got one. How many more have they mentioned?
That's it so far. Matthias, I think, is another one, and that one isn't that much. It's just +2 everywhere. The thing is, like, what I don't get about the Matthias and all them sorts. It's like Matthias is like 90, 90, 91. Wow, he's finally over the threshold. No, he's not. He's still the same card that he was. He's gonna be as good as the 94 as he is as the 93.
Yeah.
And for that reason, I'm afraid. But we can see what they do. Maybe they'll give some players some big upgrade. You never know. Maybe they'll finally give Hadji the 5-star week that they deserved.
Yep. He should have 6-star weak foot, to be honest.
The thing is, I don't get some of these stat thingies.
Oh wait, like... one to watches are. There's a couple of one to watches.
Yeah, winter one to watches, but who gives a fuck?
Balotelli, Alphonso Davies.
Morata. Yeah, Morata.
Right. The problem with the Alphonso Davies one is that why the fuck would you do it? Why the fuck would
if
you
you
do
didn't
it?
get the thingy.
Then give up. Then give up.
The thing is, there you have to admit, right? EA have to do, and winter OTWs are gone because they've trashed. No one moved anywhere.
Yeah.
The best one would be Hamsik to China.
Yeah, actually would.
Oh, that's funny. But yeah, so that's it. I mean, I don't blame them for doing it, but they've done it because OTW is trash, and I'm sorry, it's a bit meh. I want new cards. I don't want rehashed old cards. I don't want refried icons.
No.
If I want a prime bit of steak, I want a prime bit of steak. I don't want it fucking put back in the blaster.
The blaster.
No, but no, I don't. I don't want it put back in the blaster and fucking fed to me again, do you? You don't, do you? You don't. Yeah, no, you don't.
You don't.
I'm going to call it... I don't think I'm going to call them Optimus Primes. I think I'm going to call them rehashed icons.
Yeah.
Just fucking recooked icon prime bits of meat that you can fucking have. I'm not that impressed. Also, you don't know what ones are going to get ones and not. I'm assuming that all the idiots like Hullet are not going to get one.
Oh, no, fuck it. Just give them all. I don't even care.
I mean, I'd love to pull a 99 Hullet or whatever it is. I mean, what's his moment going to be? The thing is, right? Certain ones, right? Like, if you believed, if you genuinely used, if you were an alien coming from space, right? And no, hear me out. If you're an alien coming from space and you played FIFA as your background to what players were good in the game, you would think that Ruud Hullet was the best player to have ever walked the earth.
Yes, you would.
You would be like, wow, he must have never lost a tackle in midfield. He must have been a god. And then you'd have been like, who is this Cruyff guy? He's a bit weak on the ball, a little bit skillful, but what's he got? Yeah?
Yeah.
You would have a total misinterpretation of how good football players are. You would be like, Littmanen, wow, he must have been one of the best players in the world.
Yeah, true. Oh,
that silence, that awkward silence sums up Littmanen in a fucking thing, right? You'd be like, Hadji, semi-decent. Oh, fairly okay on his weak foot. When in reality, it's not. And I think that they do have, like, they do have a bit of a job to, like, paint some of these players better. I mean, I get Hullet was a good player and stuff, but, like, you know, what he is compared to like Gattuso or someone, I think is grossly unfair. And I know Gattuso was just in the team for a job, but like, No. Gattuso was though. Gattuso was there as an enforcer, wasn't he? Just there, he
Yeah.
was a defensive stopper. Like Rijkaard was an excellent player in his time, and I think he's vastly underrated on here as well. And there are other players that they could add that were way better in, you know, like.
Do you know what? I've actually got I've got a point about all of these fucking. I've honestly thought that they should have taken away a couple of icons. Lipperman.
Living Laudrup as well. Laudrup won a fucking Euros for Denmark. Like,
Yeah, he can stay.
he deserves to stay. Littmanen didn't do anything with his career.
No.
Like, he might have even won a Champions League, but I couldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what? Right, I can tell you right now, Kluivert's moment. I'm telling you right now, Kluivert's moment is going to be when he scored the Champions League winning goal for Milan. No, for Ajax.
Yeah.
Maybe against Milan. Right. And if anyone has seen that goal, go and see it because it is the shittest goal you ever see. But I hope he gets a moment card and gives him a 92.
Did Rijkaard spit in someone's hair, or did someone spit in his hair?
This is a discussion for another day, Adam. Right, talking of just doing disgusting things.
Yes, Rijkaard spat in Rudy Voller's hair, which means that
Oh no! Can you imagine if that's his?
right, that should be his moment. Just him, just gobbing, just go, and like them capture the dynamic image of like the freeze frame of like spit coming out of his mouth. That's perfect.
That'd be beautiful.
There we go. I feel fucking sick saying that, but it'd be so fucking hilarious.
That'd be so fucking grim. Right, talking of disgusting things, what have you found on the internet this week? And please don't talk about your porn.
Fab. Right, okay, what have I found on the internet? Well, I have not put it in this chat. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to find the link so that I don't... by the way, shout out to a guy I played actually, Limatador_ultra. Thank you for pointing this out, and apologies for the shit match we had, but and my reaction after as well, to be fair. But got to give you massive props for showing me this. We have found one of the many, at least from my belief, but we've found at least a definite thing that players are using on PC to cheat. It's a program. You can buy it for €15 for 30 days. And I'm not going to give anyone the links because of the fact that I don't want to advertise where these cheats operate and how to get it. But yes, so at the moment this is only locked to PC, but it gives you can find out your opponent's weekend league information at that point. So how many wins and how many matches they've played. You can find out what their squad is before you've even... So as you're going to that moment where it just says FUT champions as your opponent, you can find out what their team is, what the average height is, what their weekend league info is, what their team rating is, what the chemistry's like, and there is a thing to make timed finesses. There's a thing to make time shots perfect, so that basically you just press shoot and it does the time finishing perfect. There is things to make your players instantly have the right fitness. You can face people with lower div rivals, I believe, and get easy matchmaking things. It's horrible. It's horrible. And you can edit your players in game, so you can make people 7 foot and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. And
I take it you have reported this to EA.
Yeah. I actually tweeted and said, here are cheats that people are using. You can DM me if you want. I've reported it also sideways to EA, but unfortunately, from what I've heard after looking at many forums and stuff, this kind of cheat where someone's got like a thing where they can see a weekend league and, you know, like make their players tall and stuff, that will be fixed. But there are going to be certain aspects that are unfortunately just broken in the game, and we might have to wait. And I understand that a lot of console players right now are going to be quite switched off because of the fact they're going to be like, we're on console, we're safe. you're running PCs. You're running PCs that are running different operating systems. If one person manages to get past a couple of bits on a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox Scorpio or whatever, you're in trouble. And I hate to say this, but I work in IT. Nothing's unbreakable. Like, yes, things are harder than others, but people have got into NASA. People have got into the fucking...
Oh, mate. Do you remember when PS3 was unbreakable and then someone got into it and shut down for like 6 months?
Yep, and that guy, by the way, was the same guy that jailbroke the iPhone. He also jailbroke a lot of other things. He's now doing neurosurgery, I believe. But he went, oh yeah, I'll tell you what, people keep saying this PlayStation's unbreakable, so I'm going to sit down for 3 weeks and do it. And he done it in 2.5. I mean, trust me when I say that a good enough hacker will fucking smash their way through anything. So,
and if you can sell a program for 15 quid a pop,
yeah, and it would sell out instantly on console, because remember, we haven't got a big massive player base like you console guys have. Imagine having half of your weekend league games and there's just people just cheating, and the worst cheats are in draft. And we have to deal with this. We can't play draft. We literally can't play draft, and it's been like that for like 2-3 months, and it's ridiculous. And we wish EA would do something about it. To be honest, it's been like that for a few years, but it was a lot less common, and also there was like a very good. There was like a rule, right? Yeah.
There was like an unwritten rule that if you were gonna be a dick and cheat, you score an own goal, and then you both win.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen anymore.
No. So the new cheat is that you get into the game and you're suddenly confused because it's the 4th game along and someone's got a 52 chemistry squad and they've got like, they've stuck like a silver on the pitch. It looks like they don't care about their team at all. There's no links. And then you realise, oh shit, they're going to make sure that my game crashes. So the moment you get into the game, they pass backwards, they do a cheat very quickly. If in actual fact... I will tell you guys where to view this at least. The video to it. It's called How to Use Draft Cheat. And it just shows you how to cheat the draft. And it's disgusting. And I say that because I'm telling everybody right now, don't play draft on PC. At all. Ever again.
Yeah, just don't do it. Not until they fix it. Let the cheats play the cheats, play the cheats.
Do you know
Unfortunately.
what? Do you know what? It's even more scary. These cheats. You could just give everybody in your team high work rate, and then you can have legacy defending. You could just So these ones. Oh no, the work rate one doesn't work in thing. Unlimited subs does work in FUT.
The thing is, that's bait. Like, if someone just uses... The thing is, though, a lot of people don't pay attention. So
No.
you could... But the thing is, it wouldn't be that advantageous. I mean, maybe it would. But... I don't know. But it's very interesting to see that this sort of thing is out there. And it's very unfortunate. And we just hope that it doesn't hit the mainstream. Because if it does...
Yeah.
Suddenly EA will have to act, whereas they should really just act now and kill it while it's a small fire.
It's so bad, and the page I'm looking at, the last time they edited it was the 5th of February, so it's obviously still very, very, very fucking popular. This cheating method. The guy I shouted out earlier, the Matador_Ultra. He sent me some footage of someone cheating against him and they had legacy defending switched on. Because I think that the more of these cheats you do, the more that you're obvious. And the more that you're obvious...
Yeah, but how did he know? So how do you know if legacy's defending though? 'Cause you wouldn't be able to tell, would you?
You can, when watching it back, you can see there is just ways that the person is able to defend that even if they had the reactions of a pro and they were as good as the pros that we know, you still couldn't get your defenders to just get to places and move the same way. The game prevents you from doing that. For a good reason as well. Oh, fucking hell. It's horrible looking through this. Quite honestly, it's horrible.
Right. So on that note, don't cheat, kids.
Yeah.
Unless someone is using the Ultimate Prime B5 gun against you. I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking. Obviously, I would need. Do you know what? Right, I just want these magic cards to just. I want them to do just like super magic shit. If they're gonna do it, if they're gonna make them Optimus Primes, you might as well make them do.
Do you know what? Do you reckon
stupid
it's?
shit.
Do you reckon they're gonna? So there's gonna be a moment where they jump the shark, EA, and you know it's gonna be like once per match, Messi can go ethereal and just teleport through your team with the ball.
Do you think they're gonna make it? They're gonna make it some shitty RPG.
I think they're gonna have to, because do you know what though? I have heard this a few times now, and obviously it's that thing where I think we all sort of get a bit upset because of the fact that we see how the game is played and all of that stuff. But I've heard many times now that the reason why they're bringing out these ridiculously useless, well, not useless if you get them, I get that, but there's not much difference between them and the actual primes. And the reason why is because of the fact that EA is trying to cash in as much as possible, get us buying as many packs as possible before they cut us off for good. Because of the fact that they will get lawsuits.
Do you think that's going to happen?
No, they will fight it fucking tooth and nail. EA will have what is that thing? Big Bang Theory, where what's his name? Howard makes a joke about, oh, you think you've seen lawyers? Prepare for shock and awe, and he pulls out like 1 million lawyers that are all in his family. That is what EA are going to have. EA are going to not just have a team of lawyers. They're going to have a fucking 100,000 deep of lawyers.
Yeah.
To fight this shit. For everyone thinking that, oh, well, yeah, this is just EA just getting their last moment sinkers. The EU government and the blah blah government, they're all going to get them. They're not going to fucking get them. Belgium haven't even got them. Right? Oh, no, we're banned it. Great. I'll just VPN to another country. Like, I promise you, this is it. If we are going to see EA collapse from the buying packs method and all of that stuff, it will be a bloody war.
They're not going to. What they're going to do, like I said, is they're going to abolish the market, so it reduces it having monetary value. Yeah. So that people can still buy packs, but it's not a monetary value, and then they're around it. That's a lot quicker, and then they don't need any lawyers. They just get rid of the market, and then they get to control the market. How many Ronaldos are on the market? You know.
I mean,
and then
they'll keep it just how it is. I promise.
But
look,
we'll
talk
about that on another podcast. We've spoke about it before about how they've just what they could do and what they might do and all that sort of thing.
But they are not. They're not. Just very quickly, they are definitely not. I mean, look, I could be wrong, but I'm 99% sure. You will see a war from EA before they come out and go, oh yeah, Ultimate Team, there's no more pack buying. And also, can I just say, this is a company that up until this year had no fucking interaction with us, no patch notes. We're all quick to forget that there's patch notes and all of this stuff, right? The honest truth is that they're doing that because of the fact that we were getting so pissed off with the way they were treating us, they had no choice. And that's not to criticise Corey or to criticise Zaro, who are doing great jobs. We've said that many times on the podcast. But they, look, they have been employed because of the fact that we have shown so much anger and they see it in how we buy packs. So, trust me, it will be a terrible fucking game. People complain about time finesses and stuff. They will do fuck all. They'll just release the game and be like, oh yeah, Ultimate Team. Every week you get a couple of packs. Woo. And there's Team of the Weeks. They won't even do Team of the Season stuff. I promise you. There'll be no incentive to do it. None at all.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. That's what I'll say.
Yeah.
I reckon they could get rid of the market and still make loads of money. Because if you have to buy packs to get players, that makes it, yeah, that makes more money. Anyway, I think we're going to leave it there.
Yep.
Yep. with your happy message that everyone is cheating on PC.
Yep, and that EA are never gonna fucking do this or fucking do that. Sorry if I got a bit
Yeah.
sweary there, everyone, but yep.
Yeah, there we go. Right, so it's goodbye from me,
And it's a goodbye from me.
and we'll be on next week at some stage to rant and rave some more.
Unless we pack one of the Prime icons and then talking about EA, they're a great company. See you later.
Yeah, laters. I really